Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to get into this Real Housewives of Atlanta review. The scene opens up with everyone showing their Thanksgiving festivities, and we do see Candy in her giving mood, I should say. She's giving out Thanksgiving gift bags, and Candy gets a lot of hate, and I think it's very unnecessary because it seems like she's always trying to help someone out. She's always giving, even in the past when she helped Kim with her little song and got screwed over. She tried to help Marlo get a show, even though Marlo swears up and down that Candy doesn't help her do anything. She actually did help her get a show. And if I recall correctly, she did help Shekinah to get a show. I very loosely remember that. So we do see that Candy has a big heart and she doesn't mind helping others, even though she has so much. So that speaks a lot to her character. And all this hate that Candy is always getting, I've never really understood it. It's just unnecessary hate. So next we see Drew and Ralph giving a brunch for everyone before the big trip. And at this brunch, everyone brings their partners, and the guys are actually in the kitchen helping the chef cook and also serving the ladies, and that was really nice to see. And we also see Marlo brings her guy that she's dating, Scott Lee. And of course, Candy knows him. Y'all, Candy knows everybody in Atlanta. When I say this girl has connections, she has connections. But I guess that's from years and years of doing business and, doing deals in different businesses in the city. So I guess that kind of comes with it, just meeting different people. But anywho, so Candy does know him, and she mentions that she doesn't believe that Scott Lee is Marlo's type, and I wish she would have went a little bit further into detail in what she actually meant. She just kind of brushed over it. I'm actually kind of curious about him. I don't think he's Marlo type either. Just personality wise, like I don't see him and her like lasting a very long time. But y'all let me know in the comments, y'all thoughts on this. Do y'all see him and her together? Do y'all think he's gonna be her next spender, her next sponsor? I don't think so. But anywho, so Kenya ends up asking Candy about the movie that Todd is working on, and she goes on to tell everyone that Drew is going to be starring in the movie. And I actually did see a movie poster online, so it looks like the movie is done now, but it hasn't came out, and I can't wait to see that because I will do a review and do a recap for you guys. So I'm just waiting for the release date, and I'll go ahead and watch it and give my thoughts on it. So Kenya's new guy ends up calling her during the brunch, and it turns out that Marlo actually went on a date with this guy. Interesting. Very interesting. Now, I'm guessing that Marlo doesn't have any dirt or any secrets about this guy because she didn't mention anything, and I'm sure she would have wanted to throw that in Kenya's face. But Kenya didn't really get too upset or anything when she heard, which is surprising. She just pretty much brushed over it. But that would have been something if Marlo had some dirt on this guy. I mean, he's never around. We never really see him. So we don't really know much about him. I wonder how much Kenya actually knows about him. Because the guys that she's picked in the past has not been the best. So I don't have too much hope for this guy. But anywho, here comes Sheree with her messy ass and asks Drew, is the chef gonna get paid today? Oh, Sheree. I don't think you're the person to ask anyone if they're going to pay a worker. the long list of people that has come out and said you didn't pay them, they're waiting on payment. You tried to find different kind of ways to skirt around giving them your money. Come on. I think you're the last one to speak about somebody needs to get paid or bringing up some kind of lawsuit. She called herself trying to bring up this lawsuit that a chef has filed against Drew. And the way she brought about it was just so messy. You know, if you're really a concerned friend, you wouldn't have asked it like that. You wouldn't have asked in front of everybody. But Drew didn't go low with her. She didn't go low at all. I think she really peeped how messy Sheree is at that moment. Because you're not really a friend if you're going to ask in front of everybody and ask like that. You got to do better, Sheree. Do better. Now, one thing I can say about Sheree, that Chateau Sheree is laid. When I say laid, y'all. I love the wallpaper in her bedroom. That floral wallpaper is so nice, and just the way the entire house is decorated is really nice. You really can't take anything away from that. If she did one thing right, that was Chateau Sheree. Even though it took almost a decade, if not more, you know, but at the end, it really came out nice. Like, I can't say anything bad about that. So the next scene, we see the girls going to the airport, getting ready to get on the plane to go on that trip that Sheree has planned. That's supposed to be some kind of healing trip. I don't believe that. I don't believe Sheree is really interested in healing any of the friendships, not being as messy as she is. So we're gonna call it the unhealing trip. So everyone gets to the airport, and I gotta say, y'all, Candy is a trooper. Candy, when I say y'all can't say nothing bad about Candy, because this girl headed to the airport with the bubble guts. She thinks she had food poisoning, and she was completely messed up. You can see it all in her face. You can tell she wasn't present with everyone. You can just see the look on her face. She wasn't feeling up to it. But she did head to the airport, get on the plane, and leave the country, bubble guts and all, y'all. So y'all got to give Candy her props sometimes. And I gotta say, Sheree picked a really nice hotel. I mean, I've never really wanted to go to Portugal, but I want to go to that hotel, y'all. That hotel was nice. So everyone goes to their room, and we see Drew and Monyetta out on the balcony, just getting a little one-on-one time. And Monyetta ends up saying that she has an orphanage in Africa. And that was very surprising. I don't think we see enough of her. Looks like she's a friend of the show, but I think she may need to be added to the cast. I don't think she gets enough TV time or talk time. Like we just found out she used to be a dancer. Now she has an orphanage. I would like to know more about her and what she actually does, more about her husband, what he does. I think they would really add something to the cast. If you guys think so too, let me know in the comments. She seems more on the quiet side, but I think she would open up, after a while. She would get used to it. But yeah, she has an orphanage in Africa. That's very interesting, very surprising. So after everyone gets settled in their rooms, they all go down to dinner. And I have to say, Courtney is very, very irritating to me. I don't know if I'm the only one that feels like that, but I don't want to see Courtney on here no more, y'all. Next season, I hope she goes on about her business. I'm not trying to see her next season. She seems overly messy. I thought Sheree was messy, but it seems like Courtney is always trying to make something bigger than what it is. And at dinner, she goes to Kenya and say how she feels that Kenya was being a mean girl to her. And I'm just like, what scene did I miss? I didn't really notice Kenya say anything to her, but something happened at brunch and she took it the wrong way. But even Drew had to tell her that Kenya has boundaries. I don't know what Courtney's issue is. I don't really care. So hopefully we don't see her next season. But anywho, Drew ends up bringing up the fact that Sheree was talking behind her back about the chef lawsuit. And she goes on to say how she doesn't appreciate it, and if she was really concerned, she could have came to her, and just how she felt about the situation. And Sheree just pretty much blew her off, y'all. Sheree was not trying to hear it. Sheree was actually smirking at one point and was saying how well, you lied about me on my She by Sheree clothing that was supposedly taken back, and that was a lie, and this was a lie. But was it really a lie, Sheree? Because a few of the other girls actually said that their items were taken back too. They were asked to give them back. So was it really a lie? And when the other girls chimed in and said their stuff was taken back too, she didn't say anything to them. So I think Sheree's just mad because she actually said it on the radio after she had got so much bad press about the site going down and how long it took for She by Sheree to actually come out, and then to have Drew to go on the radio and say, well, oh, my stuff was taken back, I didn't get anything. I think that really just like ticked her off. But you can't be mad if you actually did take the stuff back. But Sheree wasn't budging. She stood on her ground. She wasn't budging. She wasn't trying to hear what anything Drew had to say. And so they pretty much just agreed to disagree. And they tried to move forward with dinner, but Drew got really upset just all of a sudden and got up and walked off from the table crying. So that's how the show ended. And we see Sheree and I think Kenya walked out after her, and I guess next episode we'll pick up and we'll get to see why she actually cried. I don't think it was anything that serious, for her to walk away from the table crying. So it must be something else that's going on with Drew. Maybe it is something with Ralph, because now we know that they are going through a divorce. So maybe it was just everything weighing on her and, just made her upset. So that was the end of the episode. I want to thank you guys for watching this recap. Leave your thoughts and comments, your thoughts and ideas in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe and be on the lookout for the next video. Talk to you guys later.